I'm bored right now, so I'm just going to talk about a past experience that haunts and traumatizes me to this very day. I'm literally haunted by this experience. Well, a few years ago, many years ago actually, I believe I was 10, my family and I went to Florida. And it was a fun trip. We went to Disney World, and I saw Mickey Mouse, and I got autographs from a bunch of characters like Shrek and that guy from Beauty and the Beast. I forget his name. But there are a bunch of other. This isn't the traumatic experience, but there are all these the mascots. I would go to like get their autograph, and they'd run away from me. Like I saw Alice and the Mad Hatter, and I walked up to them, and they ran away. Like, I don't know if they were afraid of redheaded children, but I don't know if they thought I was going to eat them because I used to be fat. So, I don't know what was their issue, but they ran away from me. And it really hurt my feelings. But that's not what happened. So, we were in Florida, we were having a nice time, and then my dad said, "Oh, we're going on this little boat trip. We're going to go to this little sand reef in the middle of the ocean, and we're going to play with the manta rays." And I'm like, "Ooh, that sounds like fun, like the stingrays or whatever, only he said they don't sting, so it'll be safe." So I was thinking, oh, this will be so much fun. I get to go to these animals of the sea. I get to pet them. I get to feed them squid. So I thought it was going to be a bucket of fun. Now we went to the boat in this little rocky ferry, and we drove out to the middle of nowhere. There was no land about. It was as if we were in the middle of the ocean, only there was, like, I think there was 5 or 6 feet of water. It wasn't that deep. But, for me it was deep because I was young, but it was, like, normal swimming water, so it wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't like the ocean, of course. It was a sand reef, they said. Now we were there, and there were all these stingray floating about. I was like, "Ooh, this is so cool," and I wanted to touch them, and they feel slimy, and I was like, "Ooh, slimy." I was in the water, and I was near my father. Now, like he had promised, we got to feed them squid. The staff, or whatever that was with us, walked around with giant buckets of little dead squid and gave us to feed the rays. My dad had squid, and he put it near the water, near this one, and it was eating off his hand. I was right near my dad. I don't know if the smell of the squid or the juices that leaked into the ocean provoked this beast, but this gigantic Lovecraftian monster of a manta ray zoomed through the water, and it was like a beast of, like, from the pits of hell itself, and it zoomed towards me with hate and death in its eyes, and I was like, but I couldn't get out of the way, and it rammed into my chest like a school bus, and I was thrown back into the abyss. And I was choking. I was just... This really did happen. I was practically drowning because of this dumb ray. And I was like, and I was choking, and it was drowning in the abyss. And then I got back up, and I was just traumatized and fear. It was, oh my god, it was so scary. And then I was all crying and upset, and I couldn't go back in that water, because that thing was gonna eat me. Because I know they say that it only eats squid, but sharks don't normally eat people, but people get in the way. And I would have been killed by that ray. That was probably the most traumatic experience of my entire life, was encountering that horror from the deep. So, yeah, that's about it.